Alright, good morning everyone. Today is the 29th of September. It's a Sunday morning. I'm going to fish in our famous Iron Bridge spot. Little do I know, a little bit of a spoiler alert, this will be our last day recording in this location due to the fact that security does come out to tell me that it's not allowed to fish here, which is a bit of a bummer because it kind of messes up with my experiment to test this application that's supposed to be helping me out to determine the days that are good and aren't good for fishing. So I wanted to stay consistent in the same location, but hey, things happen. So for now, enjoy, run the intro. Okay, so as you all know, or probably you probably don't know, I'm not quite sure if I actually put it in my previous videos, but I am conducting an experiment with this app called Fishing Points, where it kind of lets you know the days that are good for fishing. Um, it's supposed to be based off of sun, moon schedules, cycles, I should say. So that's what I've been using, and that's what I've been determining on the days that I go. However, this particular day, the percentage wasn't that great, and you will see a little clip of that from the app screenshot I took. But I just because I got impatient, and I also wanted to test on the days where the numbers were quite low versus the next 2 days, which that I'll be doing videos that the numbers are quite higher. So, yeah. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. There won't be many more audio overs like this, except for maybe once or twice. And there's a little bit of tips here and there, but in general, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so here we're ready, nice and early. So this is what we're doing. Now this is rusty, but this doesn't really matter at the moment. If you want to change it out, I suggest you should, especially when it looks like this. But you can still work with it. I've been working with these for a while. You definitely don't want it snapping off while you're in the middle of getting a nice fish. But this is already ready, so we got the swimmer with the lock. This has been the old setups from last time I was out. It's a little rusty because I didn't change it and it sat in the water. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put one of the new ones that I got yesterday, get it prepared, and start throwing out some bait. I can already see some action on the water, but the tide is still low, which is okay. I think this hour that the app is suggesting is the hour of the tide coming up, and usually that's what people say, that the fish are more active while the tide is coming up, not when it's at its highest and not when it's at its lowest. So going down and coming up, so you'll have a good hour of it coming up. In that time you want to be fishing. Then when it's up, you can still do your thing obviously, and then when it's going down, you want to try to be fishing at those times. That's when the fish is supposed to be more active. For me, I've been at times where it's been low and it's just been good. I've been at times where it's been high and it's been good. So it kind of sometimes just depends on the day, but generally that's the word on the sea, I guess, is that everybody's saying coming up or going down is the best times that you want to be fishing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the pre-rigged hooks. I'll show you how I'm hooking them up and setting them up with the weight. Alright, so this is the size 14. He said it's black steel. That's what the guy at the shop's called it. Black steel hook. I like this one because it's a little long. So I guess you could say the neck of the hook is long on this part, so you can bait the bait a little bit better without it coming off as easily. And I'm gonna see if I can check if this is the one. No, this. Yeah, it is. Okay, so there's like some teeth here that kind of helps with keeping the bait on, especially stuff like squid. I think it helps it hold on a lot better. So what you want to do is, when opening it up, try to make sure you open up the, unwrap this, as much as you can. Ideally, you get it to hang straight, with the swivel being the bottom or the top. It doesn't matter, because in the end, so you want it to be all the way opened up like this. I like to put the weight on now because I like the weight to kind of hang when I'm trying to put it on the swivel on the rod. Open, close, there you go. So you just pinch that, open it up, close it back, put the weight in, obviously, close it back. There you go, that's ready. Then you go ahead and get the other lock. Make sure you actually put it through all the way. I've lost a lot of stuff accidentally thinking that I have it all the way on and then letting it go. Then again, pinching, locking. That's it, we're set. So I'm gonna need some squid on this. I'm starting off with squid. I like to start with squid because I feel like, for whatever reason, when I start with shrimp, they don't want to go for the squid. So we're gonna go ahead, throw out 3 pieces of nice fresh squid from yesterday, and put a bell on it. But the head is already off. You want to be careful when you're dealing with the squid. Oh, free sardine. That's crazy. I didn't see that. That's the first time I'll be seeing that, actually. All right, interesting. All right, so I'm cutting them in little loops like this. And squid. There you go. A nice little piece like that's good for this size hook. The nice thing about the squid is it sticks on the hook pretty well, unlike the shrimp. So you can, I'm gonna hook this one 3 times. You can let them kind of bite a little bit, and then you can let them bite, and just make sure that when you're ready to pull in, they're on, and it should be fine. That's the nice thing about squid. Shrimp, if they bite 2 times, you can kind of assume that your bait's gone. But I'll do one more for the shrimp. Alright. Nice. Actually went pretty far. Squid. Behind the head like that. I don't use the heads. They don't stay on the hook very well for me. So I just throw it out. Oh, the fish seem to be reacting to the head of the shrimp pretty well. They're not really going after the squid like that, but the shrimp, the head anyways, a swarm of fish just kind of, bait fish I would say probably, just kind of swam over there. So it's interesting. Watch out for the hook. So taking the shell off of the shrimp. So we want it to be like this, and then you want to come. For me, this is how I do it. Some people just cut it into the pieces. I like to make sure that nothing is being wasted. This is a size 12 hook. So, bam, that's all you need. We don't want to be feeding them for free. So the theory is bigger baits, bigger fish, which does work out most times, and I would agree. But right now, I don't know if there's any bigger fish out here at the moment anyways. Now we could patiently wait, but we also could end up finding that our bait is getting eaten by smaller fish. We're just gonna nibble away at bigger baits. So we're working with the smaller bait right now, which is also why I don't use size 16 hooks. So there you go. So one shrimp is enough to cut if you put it up that way. Put three pieces of 3 hooks ready. Throw that out, and we'll see which one gets a fish first, shrimp or squid. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make a sandwich with this rod. We're going for that one's shrimp, squid. I'm thinking the shrimp is actually getting bites because I can see the line kind of dipping, but it's nothing worth reacting over right now, so I'm gonna leave it. If the shrimp is eaten, then yeah, they're going for the bait, which is good. I'll have to check on the shrimp or the squid, but I generally leave the squid a little longer because it usually lasts on the hook a lot longer. So I'm hooking up this last piece of shrimp, which is quite big for the hook that I have. This is I think size 10. It's from last time. I didn't change this one because it was still fresh. But we're gonna go ahead and scoop here. Get ready to launch this one out here. Shrimp, squid, and squid again. Squid, shrimp, squid. It's a sandwich. We'll see which one of these gets a bite first. Alright, so casting trick real quick, just so people who may not know. Always make sure that this arm is kind of facing towards you. Grab the line from right here, and I guess let's go back down. Let's go back here. So before you cast. Alright, so what I didn't notice is how windy it was when I was making this video, but what I'm trying to say here is that you want to make sure that the swivel is not going into the eye of the top of the rod, because you don't want it to break obviously, but also it can interrupt your cast. So when you're throwing out, you'll find that the cast is shorter, or doesn't launch properly, or probably just pops off entirely and you can lose your entire rig. This way, and you have to make sure you're always accounting for when you pull the line with your finger. It's not don't bring it too close. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Give yourself some space. Obviously, you have to take consideration of your surroundings. If there's a lot of people around you, you can't just have it dangling too low, because when you cast, it's going to swing. So take all of that into consideration. Alright, so here we are. Finger on, open the bell after. So now there's no line going out because your finger's locked here. Bring it back. That's it. So Alright, so tip number 2, I guess. I don't know what number tip I'm at now, but you want to make sure your hook is always exposed. You don't want to lose a fish because the fish eats your bait and the hook can't set because it's blocked by bait. So even if you have to push your bait to the end of your hook to where it's like almost at, on the line even, that's fine. The fish are gonna come nibble at it, and you want them to come eat until they try to swallow it whole, and then they'll get caught with the hook as well. You also don't want it to be obvious that there's a hook in there, so try to hide it as much as possible. So this is how we're sending this one out, and we'll see how that does.
Ooh, it's shaking.
No, that wasn't me kicking it. Can't actually tell if it's the weight. I don't think it's a fish. No. No fish. We'll try a different area. I'm gonna cast a little bit towards that way. That way, at least if there is any fish swimming around. Oh!
What'd you just do?
Woo! No control. I let go too soon. Oh, you see these fish in front of us? Small. And I found hook too, I think. No. We good.
Oh man.
Hey, fish is fish. Silver grunter. First fish of the day. Bismillah. Mashallah. Alright, so what I know about these fish is that they're gonna swim together. So we can expect to see a couple more of these. Stuck on something. Stuck. Hook stuck.
I think those fish over there was gonna get it.
No, they got scared. But I can feel some head turns. This may be a helicopter, but it also may be a shiri or sibrin. Same fish. Oh, helicopter, I knew it. We got another one of them. They came back. 1 day for us, 1 week for us, 1 week for them, I guess.
No, I can't just see it.
Alright, we should have a fish on this one. Yeah. We should have a fish on. Well, be safe. Make sure he knows what's going on over there too. And yeah. Should be on. Should be on the fish. Yep. Oh yeah. There we go. Ooh. You see it? You see it in the water? Ooh, he's jumping around. Ah, the doggone helicopter. Helicopter too? Nope. Silver grunter. Another one of these. I actually don't want these. However, the last one we sent out didn't really make it. So we're gonna. Alright guys, so we gotta wrap up the trip a little earlier than planned. Here's the one, unfortunately, Abu Dhabi in particular. Keep it on the water and the Abu Dhabi in particular, which is that it seems to be a bit of confusion about where we're allowed to fish, where we're not. So I think next video, although I'm supposed to do another fishing trip in Abu Dhabi, first of all, I think the app was a little bit, I mean, we had some activity. So this is the fourth fish we caught today. I think we got 2 grunters and 2, what do we call this fish again? Helicopters? Tripod, whatever. So we're 2 for 2. So we got 4 again. And that's really all we had. We didn't really have any great fishing today, to be honest. And then we had party poopers come and kind of tell us, you don't want to catch the car because we don't want to get in trouble. That it's not allowed. I don't think he's gonna make it. Don't record that. Don't record the fish. So we'll continue. My cameraman's been malfunctioning again. It's okay, they happen. They're a little young. They're learning. But so we've been told that we're not allowed to fish here. Apparently, every time it comes to a place that we used to fish consistently, and there's a good area, somebody has to come and be irresponsible and do something to hurt themselves or someone else that makes the officials say, okay, we don't want fishing in this area anymore. And so we have yet another person come to tell us that it's not allowed to fish here, and they come in their official car. Thankfully, alhamdulillah, no fines. I don't think they could issue us one anyways. However, you can follow me around with the camera. However, we do need to leave. As far as the fishing, I don't think the app did us much benefit. We did catch 4 fish, 2 silver grunters, 2 helicopters. Actually, I think we caught 3 helicopters and 2 grunters, so that might put us at 5. The helicopters were quite big, actually. They put a good fight. I'm not sure if we even got the ability to catch it, but this is one of the grunters, quite small. I wouldn't eat it myself, personally. It's going to be filled with bones, and that's really all the problem that is with it. So that's me personally. Other people might like it, make it into a fish broth or fish soup or something. So we don't waste. We'll hold on to that until the next fishing adventure. But I think the next video that I'm gonna put out, we have 2 videos. We're expecting one that needs to be edited, and this one as well. So one will be with me preparing the fishing adventure, which was yesterday's video, and then today, this video for today's fishing adventure. Hope you enjoyed. But the next video, I think, is gonna be about the rules for fishing in Abu Dhabi. Rules, you know, my experience trying to figure out the rules correctly, understand them, because in order to do anything, you need to understand the laws, one, of the country that you're in, and then the laws of whatever it is that you're trying to get into, of course, in the country that you're in. So some places may tell you that they're not too strict with you having a license, just be respectful, blah, 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 blah. Some places tell you we don't care about respect, just get your license. Some places will tell you get your license and then you still can't fish anywhere because everything's not allowed. And that's not to be sarcastic, that's just what I'm finding out. Now, I'll get the proof and do a video about it, explaining everything. But quite literally, so far, everywhere I've been to in Abu Dhabi, except for the Corniche, which is very far from where I live, has told me it's not allowed to fish here. Go to the next place. And you go to that place, and they tell you, not allowed here, go back where you came from. And it's just ping pong. And it seems to be that that's just a system that they have. And I'm not even talking about the place, the country itself. I'm talking about the culture of certain people in authority, and I'm not even talking about high authority. It's just the security guards at this point. They don't want you to be here. Maybe someone's told them we don't want people here, and that's fair. That's their job, and we don't want to get anybody in trouble for doing their job. But it's just a little bit unclear when one government authority is telling me one thing and then a private authority is telling me something else, and you don't know, you don't want to be argumentative for the sake of it, but when this is what you want to do and you've done your research and you've followed instructions properly, as far as your understanding, and then a private authority is challenging with zero information, it's quite frustrating. But alhamdulillah, we really didn't catch much fish anyways. Now I just have another reason to go persist in another location. Now I did say everywhere I've been that someone has sent me to, security has sent me away. However, there has been places that security hasn't sent me to, or someone hasn't sent me to, but I've seen water and I've tried, no sign. Obviously I have to make sure that there's no signs, and so far nobody said anything, so I think the next video is going to be in Reem. Cameraman glitching. Yeah, so like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and you know, keep yourself up to date with the laws and regulations of the country that you're in and the area that you're in. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and enjoy.